Well, good morning. I want to welcome everyone here. I'm very honored to host here at Light of the World Christian Church one of our very important initiatives as we seek to employ as many teens in the city of Indianapolis as possible. Mayor Hogsett has already established the initiative called Project Indy. Last year, we hired 2,000 teens in the city of Indianapolis. This year, we are trying to meet the mayor's challenge and mandate to hire 3,000 teens, and we are very proud to partner with the Honorable City Councilwoman Lakeisha Jackson of District 14. Through her program Pathway, we're going to host a teen job fair right here at Light of the World Christian Church, and we're so glad to partner with our many partners, not only with the City of Indianapolis, but through the many partners in our city with Housing and Urban Development, through Pathway, Tanya Bell at Indiana Black Expo, Linda Broadfoot at Indy Parks, of course, Angela Carr-Klitsch at Employ Indy, and we're so glad to have our mayor here, Mayor Joe Hogsett. And let me introduce to many and certainly demonstrate to others the wonderful work of Councilwoman Lakeisha Jackson as she comes to share the specific information about our teen job fair that will be hosted here at Light of the World Christian Church. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. Good morning, and thank you for taking this opportunity today to hear this great announcement. I am City County Councilwoman Lakeisha Jackson, District 14. In early 2014, the White House launched the My Brother's Keeper initiative, MBK. MBK's goal is to engage communities through both the public and private sectors in eliminating gaps and opportunity and achievement for people of young men of color to ensure that all young people can reach their full potential and pursue the American dream. Indianapolis became My Brother's Keeper community in fall of 2014. In an effort to further the initiative in 2017, Pathway Resource Center partnered with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Indianapolis, myself, and the City of Indianapolis, Indiana Black Expo, the Honorable Mayor Joe Hogsett and his Project Indy, Employ Indy, Flaherty and Collins Properties, Older Enterprises, and Amberwoods Apartments to provide an expanded version of the White House program, My Brother's Keeper, to include job-ready workshops, resources, tools, and job opportunities access, as well as job placement for our city's underserved and at-risk youth, male and female of all ethnicities, ages 16 to 24. Pathway Resource Center will host 2 youth summits and job hiring fair this year. The first youth fair will happen here at Light of the World Christian Church on March 23rd from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The second one will be hosted at Turning Point Family Worship Center off of 46th and Post Road under the leadership of Pastor Tim and Tanya Harris. The goal for the Indy MBK program is to offer job-ready training, employment opportunities, and job placement assistance for youth ages 16 to 24 living in Marion County. Creating opportunities for youth to enter the workforce with wages that allow them the opportunity to support themselves and assist their families is crucial. And it benefits our communities and city as a whole because it reduces crime, it enhances the quality of life of residents living in Indianapolis, and it creates self-esteem and pride. We are therefore seeking additional employers and business owners who are looking to fill temporary, seasonal, part-time, and full-time positions with motivated and qualified individuals of relevant work experience. Community agencies and program sponsors will be on hand to assist job seekers. Prior to the Youth Summit and Job Fair, job seekers will have the opportunity to attend job-ready training, soft professional business skills, and personal development skills training during breakout sessions. Pathway is proud to use Employee Indy's badge program and be the first pilot users of this initiative, which is recognized by the Indianapolis Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of Pathway Resource Center, I would like to thank the Indy MBK Steering Committee for 2018, Director John Hall, Anthony Mitchell, Chauncey Greer, Pastor David Dr. Hampton, Jerry K. Collins, Jill Herring, Alma Slash, Heather Bonds, Cynthia Oda, Donna Howard, Rodney Francis, Jamal Sylvester, Caitlin Potter, Angela Kiltz, Takoya Porter, Beth White, and on behalf of the 2018 MBK Steering Committee, where would we be without our sponsors? This is not possible without our sponsors. The Indianapolis Foundation, an affiliate of CICF, Indianapolis Community Crime Prevention Grant, Indiana Black Expo, Employ Indy, Mayor Joe Hossett's Project Indy, Flaherty & Collins Properties. Our partners, who are so many, I want to read them today, but you'll be able to go on the website and know who the partners are. To register youth for this event, go to pathwayindy.org or contact 317-890-9817, pathwayindy.org. It's not too late to join us in the efforts and implementation of an awesome program designed to assist our youth to be successful. At this time, I have the honor and the pleasure of introducing the great mayor of this city of Indianapolis and someone whom I call a friend. With no further introductions or delay, I'd like to bring to you the Honorable Mayor Joe Hogsett.
Well, thank you, Lakeisha, for that kind introduction. I do want to thank Pathway Resource Center and our esteemed City County Councilor, Lakeisha Jackson, my boss, for being the driving forces behind today's efforts. I also want to thank individuals and organizations that have been identified but are truly partnering with us here today, including Indiana Black Expo, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Employ Indy, Indy Parks and Recreation, and Light of the World Christian Church. Thank you, Senior Pastor and Deputy Mayor Dr. David Hampton, for allowing us to be in your church today in the sanctuary. As Lakeisha has indicated, today we are furthering our efforts to uplift our city's young people toward brighter futures with the announcement of the Indy My Brother's Keepers first annual Youth Summit and Job Hiring Fair, taking place over multiple weekends, so many opportunities at different locations, providing many opportunities throughout Indianapolis. These summits have the potential to transform our young people's lives by connecting them with job opportunities while also providing the training that's necessary for their success. Thanks to the collaborative efforts of Employ Indy and the Indy Chamber, the Job Ready Indy Badge program will ensure our young people are matched with the best possible employment opportunities for their individual skill sets. It's the same job readiness program that we're utilizing in Project Indy, which over the last 2 years has matched thousands of our city's youth with meaningful summer employment that provides important experience, mentoring, and paychecks with young people's names on them. Project Indy was inspired by the same vein of thought behind the launch of these youth summits, which is why I am proud to stand with all of these people today, for we remain dedicated to providing our young people with the very best start in life. And despite the progress we've made, we are always called, and asked to do more. Not for us, but for our young people. And thanks to all of you, thanks to the countless community champions throughout our neighborhoods, opportunity will come knocking on the doors of Indianapolis's young people. And together we'll help those individuals cross the threshold toward a brighter future, setting them off on a pathway that starts with a meaningful summer job. I thank you.
I want to thank Mayor Joe Hogsett, who I've had the pleasure of knowing for maybe at least over 20 years. He's a runner, he's got strong endurance, and I'm sure that's why we're probably in the final running for that Amazon headquarters, the work that he does. I want to thank Dr. David Hampton, Deputy Mayor, for his work in public service in moving this agenda to Lakeisha Jackson, Councilwoman Lakeisha Jackson, District 14, who is an extraordinary worker and making things happen. And to all of our partners, I want to bring you a greetings this morning from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Our efforts started early on with two of our outstanding employees, Anthony Mitchell and Shaughnessy Greer, who felt it was necessary to plug our tenants who are in our subsidized housings into opportunities that would be fruitful. This fits in with Secretary Carson's initiative now to focus us on how do we get our residents to become more self-sufficient and able to move up a ladder of opportunity. Mayor Hogsett and our partners with Project Indy employ Indy, Angela Klitsch, and to Linda Broadfoot, who is with our Indy Park system and Indiana Black Expo. We are making that happen, and there is no better indicator than a youth getting a job that may predict that sustainability in the future to become more self-sufficient. We are grateful for this partnership. We are grateful for the work that is happening, and we look forward to doing this in the future. Thank you very much. I would now like to introduce one of my individuals that I have admired a long time, who's doing work not only in Indianapolis, but throughout the state of Indiana, tackling hard social issues and making change, Ms. Tanya Bell.
Good morning. Good morning. First, I'd like to thank Councilor Jackson and Pathway Resource Center for taking the leadership as it relates to youth summer employment in Indianapolis. As many of you know, Indiana Black Expo serves as the backbone support organization of Opportune Indy, which is an affiliate of the National MBK program. With that work, the focus is really on eliminating systemic barriers as it relates to African American males between the ages of 14 through 24. And with that work, we are excited to partner once again this year with Pathway and Councilor Jackson on the youth summits. We think it's a wonderful partnership with Light of the World Christian Church under the leadership of Dr. Hampton and all of the work that they currently are doing with mentoring and coaching youth in our city. We're very, very excited about this initiative. Last year when we had this press conference at Indiana Black Expo, one of the things that I shared with the media at that time was really just my background with growing up as a single, in a single parent household, ended up being a single parent myself for some time, and having a job at an early age. And I truly believe that that job at an early age shaped who I am today and helped me gain certain skill sets and opened up work ethic and opened up some opportunities for me later on in life. With the work that we currently are doing with our youth in the community, with Employ Indy as a partner with respect to jobs right now, we see how important it is. Many of them who would like to work, and many of them who already work and try to battle and balance going to school and working at the same time. So it's really, really important from a youth employment standpoint. So we're just very, very excited once again to come on board as a sponsor this year. We're committed. We want to thank our wonderful Mayor Hogsett, for his leadership with respect to youth employment in the city. And at this time, I'm going to bring up Employee Indy CEO and President Angela Carr-Klitz to address you. Thank you.
Good morning. I'd like to express my appreciation to Dr. David Hampton and Light of the World Church for hosting us today. Of course, Councilwoman Lakeisha Jackson, who's really brought amazing partnerships to the table. And I'd also be remiss to not say thank you to Mayor Joe Hogsett, not only for my job, but also for the leadership that he has shown here in the city of Indianapolis. One of our 3 high-level priorities at Employ Indy is to create a positive trajectory for youth and young adults in our community, and there's no better strategy to do that than Project Indy. With Project Indy, what we're trying to do is ensure that young people, 16 to 24, have that first opportunity to demonstrate workplace skills. It's the ABC continuum: any job, better job, career. My first job, like Mayor Hogsett, was as a lifeguard, and I learned a lot of things about what I wanted to do, but also a lot of things about what I didn't want to do. And those opportunities really changed the trajectory of my life and provided me kind of guardrails for what was going to come next. So as we think about ways to really match-make young adults with the employment opportunities that exist in our community, we've created a few technology platforms. So projectindy.net, or you can download it on your app store. Project Indy allows young people to search for job opportunities in their neighborhood. We know transportation is a challenge, and so we're trying to mitigate that barrier. But technology alone will not do the job. So we are hosting events with My Brother's Keeper to bring employers to the table so that young people can have that face-to-face interaction. Yesterday we had one as well with Congressman Carson and Mayor Joe Hogsett. Incredibly excited to continue to offer up those opportunities in the neighborhoods where young people live to meet with employers and actually do even interviews on site. And one other way that we're trying to really match-make supply and demand is ensuring to the private sector employers that young people are job ready. That's why in conjunction with the Indy Chamber, we've launched Job Ready Indy. JobReadyIndy.org is the website. Young people can partake in 6 badges. It accumulates to be about 30 to 35 hours of training, and it demonstrates to an employer that this young person is motivated, excited to work, and also has the competencies to be prepared for the workplace. And these include mindsets, conflict resolution, time management, customer service. Incredibly excited to be partnering with My Brother's Keeper and ensuring that all young people who attend that event on March 23rd will actually receive one of the badges. So they're on their way to achieving all 6 badges, and couldn't be more excited to also be working with Indy Parks. And so to that extent, I will introduce my colleague and friend, Linda Broadfoot. She's the director of Indy Parks.
Good morning. I'm Linda Broadfoot. I'm your director of Indy Parks, and this is my annual reminder to the mayor that we are hiring lifeguards. So we would be glad to have the mayor back lifeguarding at one of our pools. Thank you so much to the mayor, Joe Hogsett, Dr. Hampton for hosting us, Councilor Jackson for getting us all together, and all the valued partners and friends who are making the upcoming Youth Summit and Job Fairs possible. It's a great day to be here with all of you as we help Indianapolis teens and young adults to find jobs. In partnership with Mayor Hogsett's Project Indy initiative, Indy Parks is so excited to once again offer more than 400 jobs to young people in Indianapolis. We are out. We are looking for lifeguards, day camp counselors, food monitors, pool managers, concession attendants, swim lesson instructors, and so much more. That's a lot of good paying jobs with dependable, flexible hours in one of our city's parks. You really couldn't ask for a better job. There's nothing better than spending a summer in a park. Just consider this. Our lifeguards start out at $10 an hour. I know we can all agree that $10 an hour is a lot, can do a lot for our young people. It's so rewarding to see the impact that teens make as lifeguards watching over our customers, or our day camp counselors helping children explore and discover our parks inside and out. These are big jobs, and we know there are lots of perfect candidates out there. We also know that the job hunt can be challenging. Our staff is ready to walk teens through the hiring process, including making sure they double check what's needed to submit their applications and have a good idea about what items they should bring to their interviews. To make it even easier, we are hosting 6 free lifeguard certification sessions and 3 more job fairs at Indy Parks throughout March and April. Together, we are doing everything we can to connect teens and young adults to employment opportunities at Indy Parks and locations around the city. If you know someone who is interested in joining the Indy Parks team, please call us at 317-327-PARK or visit indy.gov/parks. It's going to be a fabulous summer. Thank you very much.
As we're starting to wrap up, I just want to remind everyone who's listening, pathwayindy.org to register, pathwayindy.org to register. Thank you again for our gracious host, Dr. David Hampton, Pastor Hampton, and he's also Deputy Mayor of Indianapolis, our Honorable Mayor, Mayor Joe Hogsett, as well as our Indiana Black Expo President and CEO, Employee Indy, Angela Clark-Clicks, and she's CEO and President of Employee Indy, as well as our Director of HUD, John Hall, as well as Indy Parks Director Linda Broadfoot, and all our wonderful partners here today. We thank you, pathwayindy.org, but before we close out, we want you to hear from an employer. So they're hiring, and they want to encourage you to hire too. No further ado, we thank you, media, for being here to spread the word to our population and our youth and parents. www.pathwayindy.org, 317-890-9817. Ms. Alma Slash, she's a regional property manager for Flaherty & Collins Properties.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We thank you so much for coming out today. Flaherty & Collins Properties has been with this program since its inception, and we are so delighted and happy to be working alongside Lakeisha Jackson, counselor, and so many others. We encourage other employees and other property management companies to join the bandwagon with us, to get on board, and to employ our youth with entry-level positions and internships that can help broaden their futures. So as Councilor Jackson said, please join us, please register your children, and please come aboard for this great event and this great program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Questions? Any questions?
Any questions from the media at this time? If I could have Mayor Hogsett come up.
I think we answered.
Any questions? Come on, Pastor.
Derek? Yeah, actually, Angie wanted to. How many jobs and what do they pay, and from when to when?
So we're looking at jobs throughout the course of the calendar year, but specifically for the summer jobs, it would be during the break of many of the IPS students as well as our parochial schools. And the jobs are ranging anywhere from $8 to $12 an hour, and it depends on their age. So 16 to 18-year-olds tend to be making a little bit less than those who are adults as well. So within the projectindy.net portal, you can actually look at all the employers who have listed their jobs. Obviously, Indy Parks is in there, YMCA, but we have a number of other companies like Cruise Car Wash, McDonald's, FedEx, UPS. So all of those are in that portal right now. And as of this morning, I couldn't tell you the exact number of jobs listed in there, but we know that we already have over about 3,000 students and young people who have signed up through that portal, and we're hoping to make those matches throughout the course of the year. Well, that is the mayor's audacious goal, so we are working for that. And we've already had over 800 young people sign up just since January. So that's not including those who signed up last year. So we think that we're on track for really reaching a broader audience, especially with partnerships that are coming to fruition now. No, we are over 80 employers right now, yes. And again, that is a dated figure, so I can pull those and make sure that we get those to the media.
And one of the challenges why we asked the media to cover this press conference today, we need to hear parents and guardians and school counselors, youth mentors. We need everyone to hear about this so that they can register their kids for the opportunity for getting a job. Because many times they start looking in June, all the jobs are gone by June. So we need people to start registering youth through Project Indy now and pathwayindy.org now so that we can get youth registered for jobs now.